Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in the previous video I have shown how you can use the interceptor and how you can upload your data to the Excel, and the few more things I have told. If you have not watched those videos, please go ahead and watch. So today I'm going to tell you how you can use the AG grid. So this is the AG grid where you can see it is working fine, sorting, filter and selection as well. So from the scratch I will tell. So let's start. So first of all, what you have to do here is you have to install. Let me increase the size. AgGrid Community and AgGrid Angular. So based on your version capability, you install that one. Okay. So I have installed 29.1.0. Okay. After doing a installation, so first what you have to do here is you come to the style.css. Here you have to import these two. One is the community, one is the theme airpine css. Okay, after importing these two, and the next step is in the app module you have to import the AgGrid module. So where I have imported, okay, here I have imported the AgGrid module. So this is comes from AgGrid Angular. So after doing this one, the next step is whenever you want, like for example if you want any other place, so you can utilize as well. So what you have to do here is you have to use AgGrid Angular. Inside this one you have to write the class which you are going to use. So that already we have in the css style.css, so I'm going to use this one. So again these are the part where you have to do based on your requirement. Okay, so what do you mean by call def? Okay, definitions, raw data, what is that? So this is the mandatory, because if you are using the AG grid, so you have to bind the data, that is compulsory. And row selections, again it is depend upon you. AG grid options also it is depend upon you. Paginations, and this one menu hide, suppress menu hide, and a grid ready. And this is the style sheet which you have maintained. You can set your size based on your requirement, whatever you need. Okay, so now you come to the ts file. So what and all you have to do is, first of all, your concept is, let's come to the UI. Here you can see these are the data, right? So this data need to be bind to the AG grid, correct? So for that one you have data, right? Either you can do as a hard code, or in your case if you have a dynamic data from the backend, so that one you can import over here. So that need to be assigned to the raw data. So here you can see this raw data holding a this much of array. Okay, these are the data which is having in the raw data. So so now this is the column definition. Okay, in the column definition what I supposed to do here is I have to maintain the header. Okay, so the header in the sense this is the username, right? This header name you have to maintain, that I kept as a name, and field is username, so that is how you are going to use as sorting and all, so that's supposed to be as a unique. Sortable, if you want you can add. Here you can see sorting is happening, right? So if you don't want, you can remove it, or you can make as a false. And similarly you can add everything to the other column as well. So now you come to the other three column, so which have email, phone number and skills, right? Everywhere I have used sortable and filter. So based on the filter, here you can see the filter icon is there, right? For this user I have not used filter. Here you can see I have not added any filter here, right? If I'll add this filter, let me add it. If I'll do this one, so now here you can see the filter will come here. Just wait a moment. Let's load it. Yeah, it's loading now. So here you can see this has been added right now. Correct. So in this case, I don't want to add. So you can remove it, or you can make it as a false. So if you'll do as a false, this is got removed, right? Sorting is there. I have applied for the sorting. Sortable is true. So now after this one, so this is the simple one, okay? Every header you have to be matched. And one more thing, so this is the simple one without any logic and complicated. This is the framework which you are having a header component. So that is means which component you want to make as a render. And apart from this, here you can see the sequence of username, then email, then phone number, then skill. So for example, now what I will do, I will remove this one. I will paste it here. I'll add a comma here. Then let's see the data is getting binding or not. So here you can see the skill is empty. Let's load it. Phone number. And now what does mean I supposed to tell you? So for example, now you have a this one, right? So what I will do, this header I will paste it in the top and I will paste it in the down, this one. Let's load it. So you have seen there is a no matter of the changing of anything. So now the second part here is, for example, let me come to the old code without any confusion. Let me do this one as well. Okay. So now you come here. For example, what I will do, I will change. I will do some mistake in the name. Okay. So what is happening? Let's check. Here also this is getting printed, right? So this is also making a problem. So you always supposed to be make sure you are entering a proper data and you have a correct data as well. Okay. So leave this one. So now, so my next come to this one. So now once I remove that one, here you can see. Let me remove this one first. So once I will remove this one, this checkbox in the grid selections, it will be disabled, and in the top selection also it will be disabled. See, let me remove this HTML code to make you confusion. Let me comment this one. So now here you can see I don't have an option to select the headers as well, or we can't select the inside the grid data, right? So here in this way we can select it, but we can't do any operations. For example, if you have a selections to a multiple, so that will be a difficult. So we can have to do as a control, then we can select it, right? But if you have thousands of record, then what you will do? You have to do manually, right? So there is supposed to be as a one options for the user easy selections. So what we have to do here is we have to use as a header checkbox selections. Let me remove this one. In this case, what will happen? In the header, you will have a one option to select all the data. Okay, by doing this one. And now the next one is once you will enable this one. So inside the grid, whatever the data entry is there. So based on that, you can select it and unselect it. Okay. I hope you have understand these 2 points. Now come to this part. So on grid ready, what I supposed to do here is this is again the UI look and feel. Here what I supposed to tell in the whatever the data we have in the grid API, so that I am making as the hide overlay and size fitting to the screen. Like for example, whatever the screen size we have, data we have, so based on that you fit the screen size. And that I am going to call here. See here how I am calling here is grid ready, then we are calling this event, right? And this one also, so let's remove this one. Okay. to show you. Once I will remove this one, you see the look and feel of the AG grid. So this is misaligned, right? So this logic has been written in the on grid ready, right? So what if you will see, this is the call which I have made it, right? And here I am assigning the raw data again. So based on the data, it will try to fit the screen. So this is the data which is holding in the raw data. So let me print in the console. It's loading now. So here you can see browser got respond. Okay. So now here you can see this is a sorted, leave that one. So raw data having a, all the data, right? So this is having a proper align. So this is the data which I am trying to assign to the on grid ready. Okay. Now the second here is, here we having a ng on in it. We are calling the set column definition and populating the data at the initial time. Okay, while making a call of that AG grid. So these are the simple things you have to do initially. And here if I'll show you in the top, so from here to here you have to import all these things, okay, from the AG grid. So if I'll show you in the import side, so here you can see call definition, grid API, grid options, and this one I have not used. I will show you in the next video. So these all are coming from the community. Okay. So you have to import all these things to make as a functionality. So again, I will tell this is the simple logic in the AG grid. It's having a much more functionality. So that need to be implemented. So I will tell in the next video. So how you can delete and how you can make a selection based on the AG grid. So this is all about your index reading data. So that's make as a user for the developer, it's making it too much confusion. So I will explain in the next video. So let me come. Just I want to show you the AG grid. So here you can see as of now I have a search options, right, directly, and filter icon as well. Here also it is there. Sorting also here it is there. Here you can see this is the different filter, and based on the selections this deletion or selection, these buttons are happening. So how you can achieve this one, and many more is there, so that I will tell in the next video. And apart from that, I forgot to explain about this one. Here you can see pagination is also is there, right? So what I did for the pagination, if you'll go in the HTML, here we are making as a pagination true, this is the one. And second here is in the grid options, in the constructor I have called grid options, I have initialized this is the pagination true and pagination size is fifth. So if I'll go to the HTML, here we are calling directly. So if I'll remove from here as well, that is not a matter. So I have written a duplicate entry over there. So that's not a matter because already I have declared in the grid options, right? So here you can see the sixth record in the second page. If I'll go for the second page, it is there, right? So this is also, you can make it like this. So initially you have to declare in the constructor, so that will get defined. In the HG grid options, you have to write this one. So for example, if you want the three record need to be so, yeah, one or two. So here you can see. So in the first page I have a two record. If I'll go for the second page, we have a two record. If I'll go to the third page, we have a two record. So this is dynamically it is working. So for example, for now we want as a 5 record in the first page. So this is how the AG grid works. And if you have not watched how the loader intersector is working and how you can use a pagination p table in the Angular side, and those video already I have made it, so please go ahead and watch. And the next video I will tell you how you can do the based on the selections, how you can do as a delete operation or something like that. So I will show you in the soft delete, not as a hard delete. So for the, again, it is depend upon you how you are getting the data from the backend. So these are the hard coded values. Okay, that's it for the this video. Thank you so much. Bye.